Beware the Brakendeth by Alan Frost. Perhaps the battle was over. Perhaps it is the end of the beginning, or the beginning of the end. Jenny wasn't too sure what it meant, but her teacher had mentioned it several times. Perhaps they will come again. Jenny had never seen the aliens, but then no one had. Well, no one who lived to tell the tale. What was their motive? Jenny had heard many rumours about the aliens. They eat their dead, and ours, and nothing is left. They rape our women, and then eat them. They eat all living matter. Probably they were just stories, but Jenny couldn't stop thinking about it. Perhaps it was just locker room chat. Perhaps they want to put fear in us. It worked. Jenny was full of fear. The aliens landed on planet Einstein 3 weeks ago following their typical bombardment pattern. All major cities had been glassed. Few towns remained free. Jenny couldn't believe that a planet of 7 billion could be decimated so quickly. Help had been requested from Comtrol, but she knew, they all knew, that it would take too long for them to get there. She vaguely remembered discussions about decentralizing Comtrol, but there had been no wars for a millennium, just the odd pirate attack. Are they coming? She looked towards her scattered comrades, forming a ragtag defense around the spaceport. A spaceport that was now devoid of spacecraft, just more glass. She wondered why they called it glass. It was more like a black plastic substance that neutered everything, an unknown alien substance. Are they saving us for their cookpots? Will I just be another tasty morsel? The sound of motorized vehicles was getting nearer. Jenny was part of A Squadron, which had the original task of protecting the spaceport. But as the spaceport was now a sheet of glass, they weren't too sure what they were doing. What they did want was to survive. This was looking less likely as the sound of motors got nearer. What made it worse was that the motors had a nerve-chilling guttural sound, the sound of death. There may have been 30 militiamen left in A Squadron. They were armed with outdated laser rifles, but before they could use them, a paralysis beam hit their bodies. Jenny could feel every muscle freeze. Every part of her body just stopped. Her eyes were fixed, but she could still just about see. The armoured alien approached Jenny and pointed at a drone to take her away. From the corner of her eye, she could see whole-scale butchery. Leslie, her roommate, had been stripped and fed into what looked like a giant liquidizer. There were no screams. No one screams when you are paralysed. Her colleagues were being systematically liquidized, except one who was being torn into shreds. She wondered why she had been saved. It wasn't looking good.